Trenton talked so much the other day about the green dot and how not only were you giving him the plays and instruction, but you were hyping him up personally. What's the balance as a coordinator where you come in from a position job where your job is to hype up those guys, but how does that change when you're calling plays as well?
Yeah, man, I think first and foremost, Trent did a great job with the green dot. I mean, it was his first time with it. He hasn't really actually done it in practice, so I was very, very pleased with how well he was able to get the call, communicate it to the defense, and then as far as that goes, my personality is going to show. Like, I'm me, so they got a couple long drives and as they get going, I was like, come on, let's pick it up, let's keep it going, let's get these guys off the field. So it was good that he felt that energy and he relayed it to everybody else. But the balance is obviously first and foremost I get him the call, but I'm gonna let my personality show as well.
What's the biggest areas in which you've seen him, Trenton, personally grow into being a capable NFL?
Just his understanding of the game. Like his understanding of the game, like I say, it's always, when you're a rookie, the NFL game is so much different than the college game. So it took a good year to understand it. He has a real good understanding of it. And the great thing I'm excited about him is he got a long way to go as far as what he's going to be. He's already really good. He's going to be even better the older he gets, the more experience he gets.
How would you evaluate, I guess, your performance as a play caller this game?
Well, we didn't get any substitution errors, so I think that was good. But I thought it went smooth. I thought the operation was smooth. The coaches did a great job giving me the personnel, giving me good feedback. Communication was smooth between me and the person with the green dot, so I think it went good. And like I said, we get great work at it every single day. Like today we had a couple call-up periods, so I felt real comfortable. I was real pleased that the operation went smooth throughout the whole game.
Was it different than calling plays in practice? Like, did you learn something from calling plays in a preseason game?
I could say not really. Honestly, it wasn't really different, man. Like it's crazy. I'm telling you, Coach Harbaugh put a lot of stress on us, like with the play clock. You see, we got play clocks going all the time, so you're forced to make a call. Then just going against our offense, they do tempo a lot, so you're forced to think on the fly and make quick decisions. So it actually felt pretty natural. It felt more natural than what I thought it was going to feel because I didn't know what to expect.
Zach, along those lines, I think that the Pepe sack, it looked like a pretty exotic blitz call from you. I mean, some coordinators might think things a little bit vanilla. How did you kind of decide how to toe the line between trying stuff out but also not showing too much?
Yeah, I think that's something that blitz right there is something that we've run for a long time here. You know, we just might have brought it out the vault, but it's something that we've done for a long time here. So obviously it's preseason. I think the benefit that we have is we got the element of surprise, so we're not going to show much at all. You know, so what you see in preseason is not really what you necessarily going to see during the regular season.
Zach, you got a chance to watch the film, obviously. One of the things that stood out, very efficient offense from the Eagles in terms of, unfortunately, being able to grind out first down. On the other side, Ravens really stopped the wrong plays.
Yeah.
After having a chance to see it, what were the big factors in stopping the wrong plays?
I mean, just guys communicating. You know, a lot of times explosive plays happen from miscommunication. Somebody didn't get the call, somebody didn't get the right coverage, so it was miscommunication. Now guys popping loose. So I thought the communication was really well, and we got to keep that going. So the more plays, the more explosive plays you limit, the better you're gonna play on defense. Now, obviously, we got some stuff we want to clean up in the run game. I think it's a good tape to watch. Stuff was moving a little fast. First game experience for us as a unit, but I think it's gonna go well. I think it's gonna get better and better.
Zach, Nate Wiggins had a great game his preseason debut, obviously going out later on, but earlier in his debut had a bunch of pass breakups. Is that what you were expecting out of him, to come out in the field and be that fast and make that many plays, or were you even a little bit surprised by how active he was around the ball?
Nah, that's what we expect, man. I mean, we've seen that his college tape. We've seen it out here throughout training camp. Now, I was a little surprised they went after him early so often, but one thing that you recognize real early in pregame, that like when the lights came on, he was ready, and that's one thing you want to see. So his confidence was through the roof even before the game started. So it was great to see Nate go out there and make those plays. Those are plays that we expect him to make, but it's good when you see him go out there and do it. And I think that that's just real good for his confidence.
Zach, Chuck Smith said yesterday that always stats are deceiving. Because some of the snaps with the cloudy and then nobody knows specific games. You see him playing more snaps this season, also being more productive with his sacks numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sky's the limit for Dafe, man. Like, Dafe has had a great training camp. This is the best training camp I've seen him have since we've been together. And I do agree, like, stats are one thing, but when you cut on the film and see, you know, QB pressures or just causing havoc, him drawing a double team, getting pressure for somebody else or a sack for somebody else, we count that as stats as coaching staff. That might not necessarily show up as a stat in the stat sheet. Yeah, we do expect Dolph to play even more and be even more disruptive and more explosive. stats go up because he's the guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy. And like I said earlier, the better Adafe Owe is, the better his defense is, the better his team's gonna be. And I'm excited about it. This dude, he comes every single day, locked in, focused, ready to work, and that's great to see. Like, I mean, I'm really excited to see him when we get out there and really get going because he's got a different level of intensity.
Zach, you talked about how the game day experience was pretty comfortable for you. Do you think that's because you were already, as an assistant and even as a player, thinking about all 11 spots, thinking about the whole field? I mean, had you sort of been doing mental reps for this job for years, or?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely do mental reps as a position coach because that's one of the things we preach here. You got to prepare yourself for that next opportunity because you never know what's going to happen. But I think more of the preparation came from being out here and practicing camp. Like, these call-up periods that we do are invaluable here at practice, man. So, like I said, it made that transition smooth. I think the practices and the scrimmage that we did a couple weeks ago really helped me out.
Zach, what's it say about Kyle Hamilton? You know, he kind of has a little scare in practice. Everybody's holding their breath. Misses one day. He's back out here defending deep balls and whatnot.
Man, we was holding our breath. We was fortunate, thanking the Lord that it wasn't nothing serious. It was something minor. And that's just a testament to Kyle Hamilton, like his toughness, his willingness to be there for his teammates, his leadership, and then, I mean, he's a heck of a player. So you guys saw that play he made today. I mean, that was ridiculous. I'll be hard pressed to find somebody else in the league that can make a play like that. Now, we wish he would caught the ball. You know, he'll tell you that too. But it was a heck of a play, man. But Kyle Hamilton, like we always been saying, he's one of one. We're glad he's part of our team.
How much do you actually prepare the team for a preseason game? Do you actually study tape, or does it you guys play off what the offense presents?
Yeah, we're gonna run our just basic menu. Now we'll show them a couple plays, and we'll tell them to watch the game just so they get a feel for the guy. We don't want them to go in there blindsided, so you have an idea of what plays they're possibly going to run, but it's no game plan deal where we're trying to, hey, specifically stop this play and call this coverage or call this front or call this blitz. We're just gonna run our stuff because we really want to see these guys come out here and just execute and see how well they can play. We don't want to really try to trick anybody here in the preseason.
Zach, I want to ask you, so Brandon comes to with sending nickel pressure. What about that play, maybe just for your team, not just for league-wide, is so successful about it when operating with the talent that you have here?
Man, I just think that it's just it all goes hand in hand. It's just like 11 players working in one, working as one. So you present different looks. You can get protections to go certain ways, and then you get guys who can time up the blitz and can blitz fast. So we tell our guys all the time, if we're gonna send you on a blitz, you better hit it like your life depends on it, because it does. And we got a lot of guys who do that.
Zach, can I ask you about Pope Braid? Just comes in, makes that play on Friday. Just what have you seen from him throughout camp, and what impressions have you made?
Bo Braid been great, man. I mean, he's a locked-in young guy. Especially, I love to see that as a UDFA. We knew he was talented coming from Maryland, and all he's done is come in and work. I know he had the injury in the spring, but ever since he's been back, he's continued to get better and better and better. I'm really excited about him. I was excited about him in the game. I'm excited about to see what he's going to do this week as well.
Second, how much more explosive, I guess, does Jabo look coming off the edge with a couple of clean wins today, especially where he was at the start of camp? And I guess how does that kind of rejigger your expectations for what he can be in the regular season?
Man, I'm excited about David Ajabo just from the standpoint of he's finally healthy enough to stack days of practice, and I think you see that from when he first started practicing to now, just he's getting better and better and better. And we know what type of talent he is. He's strong, he's big, he's athletic, he's fast, he's mean, everything we look for in the outside linebackers. And all he needed to do was just get the reps. And he's getting these great reps out here, so I'm really excited about him. He continue on the path he's going. He stays locked in, he keeps working like he's working, and God willing, he stays healthy. He's gonna have a great year for us.
Zach, you had two guys come in and play an unbelievable snaps. Joe Evans and CJ Ravenel. There's 5 tech, I think, right?
Yeah. That's part of the preseason, man. Sometimes you're gonna ask guys to play positions that they normally don't play or play a lot of snaps. And I'm so proud of Joe and CJ. Obviously, CJ, he played out of position. He played outside linebacker the whole game for us. He's an interior D lineman, and he did a hell of a job. Same with Joe. Joe played, I think, 68 snaps out of the, however, he had 78 or something like that. He didn't bat an eye. And that's the type of guys we like, man. Those guys play like a Raven, and that's what we look for. Guys who can go out there, do the dirty work, do what's asked of them, and give everything they got. And that's what those two guys did that. So I'm excited about them. I know the vets are excited about them, and what they did doesn't go forgotten.
Coach, we got to ask
Coach Harbaugh yesterday about our Darius Washington putting together a really good camp, great day to day. What are you seeing out of him?
Man, AD's deadly. I mean, shoot, AD was great for us last year before he got hurt. And he's continuing to get better and better and better. He's like, I mean, he play all over the secondary. He's a scrappy guy. He's explosive. He's a takeaway machine. I mean, I can sit up here and talk to you all day about AD. Like, we love him. I mean, it's great to see him healthy. Great to see him having a great camp. He's going to do great things for us this year.
Thank you, Zach.